Hey YouTube, it's Rai here, and today I'm going to do a game revisit of Borderlands 2. It's one of my favorite games. It's been in my game rotation for quite some time, and I just realized a lot of people haven't quite played it yet or maybe missed it when it first came out, so it's time to do a little game revisit of it. So before I get into some of the details of this game and what I like and dislike about it, I just thought this was funny. We were on our way, me and my buddies, to take on Captain Flint, and as you see here, we got some racks just kind of flapping around on the ground. We thought it was kind of funny, so I wanted to get that in there. We attempted, of course, to be like Avatar and jump on them and ride them, but of course that did not work. But just again, thought it was funny. Thought you guys might like that. It looks like by phase locking them is how my buddy said he just somehow got them to stuck in the ground, and I don't know if it's a known glitch, but just thought it was funny and you guys might like that. So before I get too much into this video here, I do want to let you guys know that I will be showing some stuff from Tiny Tina's DLC, including the final boss fight. If you don't want to see any spoilers or haven't got to that point yet of your DLC, you may want to just skip the video altogether. Now, in my opinion, Borderlands 2 is one of the funniest games ever created. It's got excellent characters that are just filled with personality. Not just the characters you play, but a lot of the NPC characters in the game, the main characters in the game that you interact with are great and well-rounded and have wonderful personalities to them, I think. And I love how cool they are, how funny they are, how different they are. I think Handsome Jack was one of the greatest villains of all time in any game. I'm constantly laughing at his, smart comments and comebacks and that type of thing. One of the things this game also does very well is the variety of the build types in the game, the variety of your skill trees and the weapons and how those can integrate together. More so than a lot of other games you get in this genre, how you build your skill trees combined with a certain class mod, combined with a certain shield, combined with the right type of weapon, can really make you just OP and overpowered to where you take on a boss several levels above you and take them out within a minute or two. And it's just a really good feeling when you kind of get that right build down and you just go in there and destroy everything. It really makes you feel like that hard work you've done, the time you've taken to spend points in a certain way really pays off. This game is also, if you ask me, the greatest co-op experience you can really have in any game. They really built it from the ground up to be a co-op game, and it's just so much fun when you're playing with friends. And there's so many different ways you can play that it makes it a lot of fun. It's whether you're going through each other's campaigns, or whether you're farming for legendary weapons, or just going through trying to beat raid bosses with certain kits and loadouts. The variety in the game really is second to none as far as how you can integrate it together with friends. So the variety of the way you can play this game really is fantastic. And I mean, I've tried other games. I had a video earlier on Defiance, which has different classes and different weapon types and loadouts and things you can do. But maybe that's not a good example, but a lot of these games really allow you to do these different things. At Borderlands, more so than most, as far as games you can play on the Xbox 360, which is what I play on, really allows you to get in and do a lot of that stuff. And it's just a lot of fun to do. It's just really enjoyable when you get in with a friend and they want to go through and, hey, help me play my campaign, help me beat this raid boss, and okay, I got a perfect build for that, or let me respec to do this. The strategy involved really can be very entertaining and give you a lot of enjoyment. Now, it's not all good. This game does fall short in a few ways. I wouldn't say really in certain areas, but in a few ways. Really in single player. I noticed that playing this game single player just isn't that fun. It's just not a great experience playing it in single player compared to playing it in multiplayer. You can play it in single player and have a perfectly enjoyable experience, but compared to when you're playing with your friends and the enemies level up with you and you get more of them on the screen and the epic battles you get, it just doesn't quite get as close to the same experience when you're playing single player as you do with multiplayer. As well as this game, after a while, becomes an exercise in tedium. Now, what I mean by that is that if you want to level up multiple characters in this game, which most people that play Borderlands 2 do, you're going to play the same missions over and over again. Go through the same campaign, play through the same DLCs. You end up kind of repeating the same process, sometimes 5, 6, 7 times over and over again. If you want to raise up just a couple characters, yeah, that's great. You might only play those same missions, let's say 3 times if you want to level up 3 characters, and that's all you want to do. But when you get into a friend's game, you're going to be playing through their missions and their campaigns and going through the same scenarios over and over again. So it can get a little tedious once you get deeper into the game and have played through it a couple times and given some hours to the game. It does get kind of monotonous where you're doing the same stuff over and over again, and it doesn't matter if you got that new weapon or got that new point to spend on a new perk. You end up shooting the same enemies just in a different way, or killing the same enemies with a different character is really what ends up happening a lot in this game. So in summation, Borderlands 2, if you haven't played it, picked it up, or tried it by now, you're really missing out. It's not for everybody. Everybody's entitled to their opinion and what games they like. I happen to dig this game a lot, enjoy it. I think it's great. It's a lot of fun with your friends. If you're into single-player games, this likely isn't the game for you. But if you want a fun co-op experience with a game that's probably the funniest game I've ever played, something you don't see a lot in games these days is comedy. This game is chock full of it. So if you're looking to laugh, looking to have a good time in a very distinct way, this is the game for you. Well, ladies and gents, thank you for watching my video. I do appreciate it. Please hit like if you enjoyed it. Be sure to comment and subscribe. And until next time, this is Rai. Happy gaming.